Serena versus Naomi in the semifinals to play. Williams beat Halep, Osaka took out Shea. So which sporting superstar will receive Black Twitter's acclaim? I'll give my thoughts and predictions here on Grand Slam Tennis News today. So looking at these two women's head-to-head, Naomi leads 2-1, but Serena won their last match at the 2019 Rogers Cup quarterfinal. Naomi, coming off her US Open title, is ranked 8 spots higher than Serena, and also has spent a bit less time on court in total. The more experienced Williams, though, of course leads in titles and overall record at the Australian Open. To reach the semis, Serena cruised by her opening 2 matches against Laura Siegemund and Nina Stojanovic, only dropping 5 games combined. In the third round, she received a stern test in Anastasia Potapova, managing to escape in straights. Sabalenka took the first set off of her in the tournament, but Serena still prevailed, winning 6-4, 2-6, 6-4. Then in the last match, the quarters, the American had her most impressive victory of the tournament thus far, beating second seed Halep 3-3. Naomi got by her first 3 opponents, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova, Caroline Garcia, and Ons Jabeur in straights. However, in her 4th round against Muguruza, Osaka had to save 2 match points to advance to the last 8. There she played Sue Shea, dominating her 2-2. In this tournament, Serena has been known for her defense and improved movement. As a result, she's been hanging in more rallies and waiting a bit longer to pull the trigger. Against Halep, she won the majority of the baseline rallies, over 9 points, which is a true testament to her increased stamina and shot tolerance. Serena's serving for the most part has been strong, getting her out of trouble when needed. Naomi Osaka has been mostly dictating and putting her opponents on the defense. She's also been moving the ball around nicely, using greater angles to open up the court for herself. Naomi's serve too has been strong, getting her easy holds, as she's currently had the most aces on the women's side. This matchup to me is all about who can get on the offensive and dictate first. Looking at the last 2 previous tour meetings, overlooking Miami, because that was Serena's second tournament post-maternity leave, and the Adelaide exhibition because it was an exhibition. In the 2018 US Open final, Naomi was in complete control, dictating on all aspects, serve, ground strokes, just everything. That was one of the few times where Serena was just overpowered and out-hit for an entire match, and she even struggled to hold serve consistently due to low first serve percentage and excellent returning by Osaka. Naomi primarily dictated with her forehand, hitting winners off that wing from all areas of the court. Now in the Rogers Cup quarterfinal, Serena was the one who had the more aggressive mindset and truly took it to Osaka. The court positioning battle was in her favor now, as Naomi was the one continuously being pushed further behind the baseline. Serena's serve was also significantly better, getting more easy points due to a higher first serve percentage and more first/second serve points won. Naomi also made quite a few more unforced errors compared to winners, having a -12 differential. Looking at my keys to the match for each player's success, first starting with Serena, when she has a chance to attack, she should go back behind Naomi a lot more. Osaka's movement is really good now, and she can get to a lot of balls that she hadn't gotten to before. Against good movers, it's always a good strategy to go back behind them once you have a corner, due to them having to change directions. I noticed that Serena in Toronto and Muguruza here had success when doing this against Osaka, so I believe when she serves that slice serve out wide on the deuce side, Serena should take the backhand up the line more rather than trying to go cross court, as Muguruza did this pretty well in their 4th round match. Second, Serena needs to keep Naomi pinned in the backhand corner. Naomi's backhand, when she does have time, has been spot on in this tournament, especially that cross-court shot. However, when she's off balance and is pinned deep, she tends to make a few more unforced errors or offers up weaker replies, to which her opponents have more chances to dictate and have corners on. Williams did this to a T in Toronto, pitting Osaka in that backhand corner. I think the win also had a part to play in that role as well, but constantly you had Osaka stretching out wide on that backhand, which gave Serena the opportunity to even change direction and go up line off on the backhand or go inside out on the forehand or go cross court on the forehand, and she was able to then control many of the rallies. Doing this also prevents Osaka from doing damage herself with that dangerous cross court forehand of hers. Next, Serena has to have a high first serve percentage throughout the entire match. This has been increasingly important for her in her last two matches, as against Sabalenka in that 6-2 second set she lost, she served at a dismal 36%. However, in the decider, she turned it around, increasing it to 71%, which is why she had greater success while holding serve. Getting the first serve is important for obvious reasons, getting weaker replies, and ultimately easier holds. Williams can't have any of that 2018 US Open final level of serving, as she was constantly under stress and pressure. Toronto, on the other hand, allowed her to be more free, which translated well to the return games also. My final point for the American is to be more proactive and aggressive. Against Simona Halep, she had to be more patient and didn't need to go all out because Halep wasn't going to make her pay as much for the shorter shots. Naomi, however, will make her pay for pretty much any short ball, and Serena has to increase the depth, pace, and placement of her shots. There's a fine line between this and overplaying, and if she can get that nice medium, she'll be very successful. Now, looking at Naomi's keys to success, she also needs to maintain a high first serve percentage. This is pretty much the same reason why I put this key for Serena, because the serve for these two women is extremely vital, as one break could make the difference in this match outcome. When she was broken against Muguruza, I noticed that she struggled to make first serves, which gave the Spaniard more time to attack. The second point for Naomi is to continuously press the weaker wing of Serena, whatever that may be. I say whatever that may be because it's been varying from match to match for Serena. Against Potapova and Sabalenka, her forehand was off, but versus Halep, it was the backhand making more unforced errors. It's crucial for Naomi to identify early on which shot is not 100% for Williams, so she can then attack it relentlessly to break it down and hurt Serena's overall confidence. Next, Osaka should look to use her now trademark forehand court opener. She's hit the forehand cross court extremely well, and whenever she's on the move on that side, opponents had better watch out because chances are Osaka would win the point. The forehand angles will be an important shot against Serena because sometimes Williams pulls up on that shot and frames it. This also opens up the court for Naomi, so she can then go down the line or go right behind the opponent. The fourth and final point I have for Naomi is to keep strong court positioning. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos when I analyzed that match against Muguruza, because whenever she took fewer shots on or inside the baseline, she wasn't doing as well, but whenever she stepped in and dictated more, she was in the lead. To avoid the same Toronto fate from 2019, Osaka must step up to the plate and truly take it to Serena. Now, getting into the final match prediction, I'm having Serena come through in 3 sets to reach her 9th Australian Open final. I believe that Naomi is the favorite to win this match, which will bode well for the 23-time Grand Slam champ, as there's less pressure on her in that aspect. Serena has been relaxed pretty much all tournament and has the attitude of just being happy to still compete. That pressure, however, could return in this match for its entirety, or if she's trying to serve out a set or the match. The fact that this isn't a final though is good for Serena, but I'm sure both she and Naomi know that whoever wins this match will be the huge favorite to win the entire tournament, as Brady and Muhova, while great players, don't have that experience at big stages like these two champions do. Additionally, this is one of the few times where this match isn't just in Serena's control, because Naomi has that firepower to match and outplay her. It's also worth noting that Naomi is extremely clutch in the latter stages of slams, not losing a quarter or a semi yet. Of course, she's only played 3 semifinals before this one, so that record is likely to be broken, and I think if anyone can do it, it's Serena. I don't think that previous matches in this tournament will play a significant role in the outcome because they both played power players in the 4th round, but in the quarters had to generate more pace. I guess Serena has the slight advantage because she played Halep, who played significantly better than Shea. I also wanted to give props to Naomi for being able to come through this tough of a draw. I know I thought she could get through the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round pretty handily, but I picked Muguruza beating her because Garbiñe had been playing so great. And of course, I given Naomi her flowers in that match analysis of Muguruza Osaka, that match, but still being able to come through. And she says she actually enjoys the challenge of playing those tougher players. I don't know how she'll be able to face this against Serena. I wonder if that could play a part in the outcome. It could help her, it could hurt her, we don't know. But I just did want to give her that acclaim. And then also Serena as well. She had a very difficult draw, having to come through Sabalenka, who had been on a 15-match win streak, I believe, prior to the Australian tennis swing, and then playing Halep, who is of course the second seed, and being able to get the revenge. So props to both women on being able to come through that pretty tough section. Like I said throughout this video, the match depends on who is the aggressor, and I'm a bit afraid that Serena might not find that necessary balance and be overwhelmed by Osaka in a sense, which is why I have Naomi winning at least a set. However, I do think that Serena still has a bit of a chip on her shoulder after that final and could just have that "you'll never beat me again" attitude. I saw it in her eyes at Toronto, and with all the people doubting her and already hailing Osaka the queen of women's tennis, I believe that Serena will be determined enough to get the job done. Regardless of who wins, I'm sure it'll be a great battle, so make sure y'all grab your popcorn and tune in at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for this preview, and let me know whether you agree with my picks and prediction. Also, are you Team Serena or Team Osaka? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified when I post my match analysis video of this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today.